you glowing. Thank you, my love. I'm telling you, it's the power in not letting nobody stress you out. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? It's so much power in committing to thyself, honoring thyself, and loving on thyself. You're going to glow within, baby, because you're not going without. You have no reason to be going without a dang thing. A dang thing, because you have all the answers within. You got all the love within. You got it all within yourself. Hey, friend. How y'all feeling today? Drop in the comments. Let me know how you feeling before we get this ceremony going. Before we get this word of the day. Wisdom of the day. Just got off. Okay. You feeling peaceful? I know that's right. Woo. You better not be letting nobody stress you out, sis. You better not be letting nobody tell you you ain't that. Because you been that. You always going to be that. All you got to do is remember that, okay? You got to remember who you are. You got to like daily remind yourself with affirmations. You got to daily remind yourself. Tell yourself you popping. Hey, Royal. I hope y'all having a fantastic day. Speak life into myself, yes. I be looking in the mirror. I had to tell myself, like, you know you her. You been her. You always gonna be her. Okay. You gotta just remind yourself sometimes. You gotta remind yourself you popping in real life, okay? In real life, you popping, baby. You popping. So today, I want to ask you guys, what is the rush on commitment? Thank you, Royal. My good sis. What is the rush on commitment? We be rushing to be committed to somebody else so bad. For what though? What is the rush? What is the rush? What is the rush on committing to things, people, places outside of ourselves? Can y'all let me know? Because I realize that we end up being a fool for love when we are in this desperate need of finding validation outside of ourselves, finding fulfillment outside of ourselves. Like you said, find security, but security outside of ourselves is an illusion. You trying to find security outside of yourself is the biggest illusion, the biggest lie that we have been sold. Nobody is going to make you feel secure within yourself. No one is going to make you feel complete within yourself. No one is going to make you feel whole within yourself. That is an inside job. That is an inside duty that you have to give yourself permission to. But if you're waiting on security outside, honey child, you about to be waiting forever. Forever, ever, because nobody can do that for you. They can try to play this role for you, try to make you feel better about yourself, but that is just exhausting within itself. That's exhausting. You want somebody to play a role for you. You want somebody to play a role. The original man, I have commitment issues, so that ain't a word for me. What is commitment issues? I don't think nothing is wrong with you wanting to commit to yourself, original man. Let's talk about it, because I'm one of them. I'm one of them ones that will encourage you to commit to yourself, brother. We live in a backward society that wants to drain your life force, that wants to drain your energy. They want you to give your power away. They want your attention. They want your money. They want your body. They want your attention. They want you to commit your life to somebody else. That's an issue. Okay, so no wonder why you got commitment issues. I see, sir. I applaud you for having commitment issues. That ain't nothing wrong with not wanting to commit your life to somebody else, because that is an unrealistic expectation that we put on others and these dynamics of a relationship. You first and foremost have to be committed to yourself to even know what commitment looks like and what commitment feels like and what security feels like within yourself. Because when you are secure within yourself, you are solid. You validate yourself. You don't care what other people got to say. You don't care that society will call you and tell you you got commitment issues. But you looking at them like, y'all a little bit too eager to be committed to things outside of yourself that's not going to give you cool points in heaven, baby. Okay? You ending up playing yourself because then you overgiving. You overextending yourself to people, and then no wonder why you feel like you have been bamboozled, you have been played. Because what are you giving yourself for to other people? You're overgiving, and now you feel like you have been cheated, you have been scammed, and you have been bamboozled, but you overgiving. What you overgiving for? Nobody told you to give all that. Nobody told you to do all that. Overdoing, overgiving, oversharing. Certain things you need to keep to yourself. One thing I keep to myself is my body, because that is one of my boundaries. That keeps me secure within myself. That allows me to not have soul ties, to not be out here being crazy, having mental problems, having depression, anxiety. So you have to know yourself and know your boundaries and know your mental capacity. But I'm not about to overshare. I'm not about to overgive. I'm not about to overextend. I'm not about to overplay the part that you want me to play in your life. Okay? Okay? You feel me? You feel me? I'm about to read these comments. I'm about to read some of them. Shug, you said, I wish I had commitment issues. Being a lover girl will be having you looking like you crazy. Oh my goodness. Being a lover girl will have you looking crazy, sis. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Because one thing about it, we be a fool for love. Nah. We be a fool for love. And what we want to be a fool for? Why are we so desperate for somebody to love us, sis? Why? Because love is the bare minimum when you love yourself. Can we talk about it, sis? Can we talk about it? Because we're so in a rush to commit ourselves, to be a lover girl to somebody else, to be a wife to somebody else. And then we rush to meet the first candidate. The first person that gives us some type of attention, some type of validation, some type of compliment, and we ready to bust it open, spread eagle, to the very first person that just gives us some type of attention, that just tells us that we beautiful, that texts us back, likes our pictures. And it's like, whoa, let's slow down there. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. Let's get to know people on a soul-to-soul level. Let's get to know people from the soul, from the inside out instead of the outside in. We working backwards, and we're honestly ending up playing ourselves because we are in a rush for somebody to love us, to someone to make us feel better, and some type of security outside. Which security outside is just an illusion. Nobody can make you feel secure. Nobody can make you feel complete. Nobody can really make you feel loved unless you do that for you. You have to know that you are loved. You have to know that you are special. You have to know that you are worthy without a relationship, without somebody reminding you that. You got to know that before you walk out the door, sis. But don't be a fool for love. And then you bump into somebody and they can smell the desperation on you. Like, hold on. She a little too excited. She a little too eager. And it be so easy. As women, we give it up way too easy these days. We way too easy. All they got to do is give us a compliment and we ready to spread it open. Spread it open. Spread it open. No, close down shop. So there you can really start to analyze people, question people. Now you have discernment, because now when you have this discernment, your third eye is open and you can see right through the foolery. You can see right through the people. You can see right through the red flags, but we be entertaining red flags. We be entertaining red flags out of boredom because we bored. And we just want to entertain somebody because we are afraid of being alone. We don't want to be alone. So we will settle for the bare minimum. We will settle for the bare minimum. We will be with anybody who just shows us some type of attention. We will rush to be with anybody just maybe off of an idea. We like the idea of a relationship, but we don't know what a real relationship entails. When you got to be consciously in love, in a conscious relationship, it requires work, y'all. Being conscious requires work. It requires you to let go of your ego. It requires you to actually fulfill your own wants and desires and your own internal needs. Consciously being involved with anyone in a relationship tells you got to take accountability. And we don't know how to even spell accountability. We don't know nothing about accountability. And responsibility, being in a conscious relationship, means you are fulfilling your own needs. You are making yourself happy. You are focused on yourself. You are healing yourself. You're not worried about what your partner isn't doing, what they isn't or what they ain't doing, because you don't have an idea. You don't have a fantasy in your head. You don't have a script. All right? We have a script in our head. And as soon as somebody goes off script for us, then we like, hold up. You on your bad behavior. Hold up. This not a part of the plan. Hold up. We are not accepting people for who they are, because we have an idea of how we want them to be, how we want them to act. But you got to accept people for who they are, and they will reveal themselves to you, and you have a choice. You have a choice to either participate in this co-creation of egos or not. You don't have to stay where you are not wanted, where you are not appreciated, and where you are not celebrated, baby. You don't got to stay. You don't got to stay. Your ego be telling you got to stay because you don't want to be alone. These fantasies be telling you got to stay because you replaying a romantic film in your head and you don't know what it is like without anybody around you. You got to start seeing your life outside of a romantic novel, a romantic film, because we're going to bump into people out of desperation and we're just rushing for commitment on the outside, and then we're going to end up playing ourselves. And I don't want you to do that. Nah. I don't want you to do that now. Love within choice is conscious relationship is our personal truth. Absolutely. Come on, accountability. And he says, how does one let go of the ego? It takes awareness to even see when your ego is showing up. It's good to have an ego, y'all. It's good to have ego. It honestly just keeps us humble. It keeps us to know that we are popping, okay? But then when you are able to tame your ego and can control your ego to feel like, okay, I don't always have to be right. I really just want to be in a relationship, because some people just always want to be right, y'all. They want to argue and they want to fight. Your ego is one that's going to argue and is going to fight. But when you are aware of your ego, you are not going to be out here fighting with nobody. All right? All right. I know this might sound a bit way off, but this is a conscious relationship. When you are in a conscious relationship, you don't do the arguing. You don't do the fighting. You don't do the fussing. You don't do the complaining. You don't do the jealousy. You don't do the ownership. You don't do the possession when you are in a conscious relationship. Because now when your ego shows up, you can tame it and come back to a spiritual place and talk from the spirit. Because now you're accepting people for who they are. And when they reveal a character pattern that you're not jiggy with, that you don't vibe with, you can honestly take yourself out of the equation, or you can communicate that you don't receive that, you're not going to deal with that, and that is unacceptable. Just like that. But you don't got to fight about it. You don't got to argue with them. You just tell people, I personally felt affected by this pattern that you presented to me, and it did not make me feel safe. It honestly made me feel insecure. It honestly hurt my feelings. This is a conscious relationship, and that's tough to tell somebody you hurt my feelings. You made me feel insecure, because our ego don't want to feel insecure. Our ego wants to feel like we the boss, we the CEO, we running it, we can't be hurt, nobody can hurt our feelings. But we are still a child, and we're operating from an inner child level when we get into an unconscious romantic relationship with people, because we're really just looking for them to be our savior, our parent, and not our partner. Because when we are looking for mommy and daddy in a relationship, we are needy, we are clingy, we are arguing, we are complaining, we are jealous, and we're truly operating from the ego. But it takes you to even be aware of the ego and then operate more on the spirit. Speak from the soul. Don't be ashamed of how you feel. You will get your feelings hurt in these relationships, because all this relationship is showing you is your reflection, is the love that you are lacking or packing within yourself. That's all they're here to show you. They're here to teach you more about yourself, so you can learn about you, so you can gain more awareness about you. That's all they are here to teach you. They're not here to make you feel better about yourself. They're not here to make you feel secure about yourself. They're not here to fulfill these needs for you, to buy you flowers and tell you you're beautiful. That's not what they're here for. They're just here to help heal you and to come heal you even more. And sometimes they come to either harm you, because you're harming yourself. They come to be a distraction to your mission. When you don't know your mission, you are constantly going to be distracted by other people, because you're not focused on yourself. You're so focused on somebody else distracting you. You don't want to focus on yourself. You are begging for people to come and distract you. So that's why y'all be dating. Dating equals distraction, because now you're so focused on other people. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite color? What you like to do for fun? You like me? Do you love me? But how about you start loving yourself? How about you start honoring yourself? We are rushing to be a fool for love. And I'm not saying you can't really get to know people, but we are skipping over friendships. We are skipping over platonic relationships, which that holds so much weight, that holds so much power, and that will honestly just help you learn more about yourself. And that's not going to harm you. I'm going to keep it a buck, y'all. Since I stopped dating, since I've been single for 7 years, I have not got my heart broken. I have not betrayed myself. Ever since I put a ring on it, I have consciously been committed to myself. I have not gotten my heart broken. So now I'm learning about me. I am in this committed relationship with me. And now guess what? I have healthy platonic relationships around me. I have friendships around me. I have people that genuinely loves me and supports me and that craves my vibe. Okay? And a lot of people want to be needed in a relationship. But now we don't need each other. All right? We're not in survival mode anymore. So you're going to have to be wanted to be around people. You're going to have to be wanted by your energy, by your aura, by the flow, by your own vibe. But if you're not wanted, you are going to feel like nobody needs you because nobody wants you to be around. Sometimes people think my energy is so addicting because I am so internally focused on myself. They want me around even more. So when you are focusing on you, loving on you, you are going to attract people to you that is craving you and that wants to be around you just for you. And you don't got to bring nothing to the table. They're not asking you what you bringing to the table. They not asking you none of that. They like, Tara, just come through. I just want your vibe. I just want your presence. Your presence is the gift. That's when you working on you. That's when you honoring you. That's when your presence is the gift. Jigga man, my girl slept with someone else. We are broken up. What do you do? You move on, brother. You move on. Set her free. Let her be free. Let her be free. Don't focus on what she did or how she hurt you. Now it's time to take your power back. Now it's time to put your king hat on and sit on your throne. And remember who you're supposed to be. Don't let her decisions, poor choices define you. That don't got nothing to do with you. Because she wanted somebody inside of her. That's her body. That's her choice. She might get an STD. She might get AIDS. So what? Now move on. Move on with your life. She just came here to teach you that you need to move on. That you need to let her go. And you need to set her free. That's what she came into your life to teach you. But are you ready to learn that lesson, brother? Smoke said, you said you've been single for 7 years. 7 years, and it has been the best decision I ever made, Smoke. The best decision I ever made in my life. Being single for 7 years. Being single for 7 years has been the best decision of my life. I'm going to tell you the benefits of being single because most people run away from this season. Most people don't want to be single whatsoever. They're afraid of themselves. They don't like themselves. So they are just rushing to be in a committed relationship to other people because they want to focus on somebody else. All right. Me being single, I focus on myself. I have learned so much about myself. Now I realize I do not ever want to get married. Okay. I opted out of dating. I opted out of marriage and I opted out of kids. So like those are like the three components in this reality. We are all stuck on like the bare minimum programming. So most people just think life is about going to school, going to college, getting married, having kids. The end, right? So I decided not to participate in that journey, in that pathway. That is not fit for me. So now I'm carving the fake American dream. It's so fake and it just keeps us in our ego. It keeps us trapped in the matrix. If you follow that American dream, that keeps you trapped in the matrix. So I'm choosing not to be trapped in the matrix by not having kids, by not being married, because this is bondage. All right. I believe in free will. I value freedom the most. That is what I value. That is what I cherish. So now that I've been single, I realize what are my morals? What are my values? Boom. My values is freedom over everything. So then I started researching what type of relationship style works for me. And I came across solo poly, which is a relationship style where you have a single lifestyle and you are not getting married and you have no desire for kids, but you have platonic friends that you have this emotional intimacy with. All right. So that is what I've learned, and that is what I choose to have people around me. So I'm never really lonely. The only time I'm alone, y'all, is when I'm sleeping in my bed every night. Okay. But then once I wake up, I'm around so many people. I have to decline people. All right. When I get back in the United States in Atlanta, I have a list of my friends that I have to make time to see. That I told them, like, y'all, I'm about to be out of town this month, so I'm gonna see y'all when I get back. So now I have to make my rounds to go meet my people. And when you are like single, that means you have an abundance of love around you. You have abundance of friends, you have abundance family, you just have abundance of love. So I have to like truly have a calendar and schedule time for my friends. But that is when you are truly like realizing you are abundant. So being single has shown me I don't have a scarcity mindset. I believe in abundance. I believe that it's enough for all of us. It's no lack. It's no scarcity. And being single, choosing me, boom, son. Choosing me was the best decision I ever made, because it made me who I am today. It made me learn who I am. Now I'm so solid. I don't care when people don't agree with me. This is not for you. You got to know what works for you. And I realized what works for me. And it's truly like the cheat code, y'all. The biggest cheat code in this life is learning about you. And now it's going to be game over, because nobody can try you. Nobody can test you. Nobody can play with you, because you know who you are. I know who I am. I am not trying to be picked by anybody. I'm not trying to be validated by anybody. I'm not trying to get somebody to love me. I'm not trying to get somebody to buy me a ring. I'm not trying to get somebody to make me their baby mama. I don't want none of that. I just want to be me. I just want to be Tara. And I realize I don't want to play a role for nobody. I don't want to play nobody's girlfriend in nobody's movie. I don't want to play nobody's wife in their movie. I don't want to play nobody baby mama. I don't want to play nobody mama. I just want to be Tara. And sometimes Tara just looks like I just want to sleep all day. Sometimes Tara looks like she don't want to be bothered. Sometimes Tara looks like she has so much courage and she's friendly and she's outgoing. Sometimes Tara feels like I just want to nap and I don't want to do nothing. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overstimulated and I don't want to be bothered, y'all. So I have my moments. I have my days, but I give myself grace. I give myself grace, and I just show up for me every day, even when I don't feel like it. Even when I don't feel like it, I have to be my motivator. I have to be my cheerleader, and I have to be my best friend, y'all. I have to constantly encourage me. I have to constantly show up for me, because being single, it really shows you got to take accountability for yourself. You don't have nobody that can try to make you be a better person. You got to do that for you. So I'm constantly reparenting myself every day. I'm constantly soothing my inner child. I'm constantly soothing my emotions for myself. And it takes a lot of work, y'all. So I understand why people run from being single, from singlehood, because it requires a lot of inner work and it constantly requires you to focus on yourself. So I avoid distractions. This is why I don't date. All right. Dating stands for distractions for me. So now I'm just more interested in like networking with people, having platonic friends, but I'm like so solid within myself. I'm telling you. So I feel like when you reach this level, like you said, Jay, this level of self-love, it's really dangerous, because you don't need anyone for anything. And you realize love is the bare minimum from the outside. So now you want people around you, but you don't need nobody. It's a difference between I want you around me because your energy is pure. You show up as love and you honor yourself. But between I need you. You should not want to be with somebody. You should not want to be with anybody because they need you. Now they're going to be codependent. Now they're going to be clingy. Now they're going to have possession over you. And now they're going to be controlling. And that is an energy vampire. You should not want to be with anybody that needs you. You should be around people that just wants to be with you. And the people that wants to be with you are focused on themselves and the love for themselves. But I'm telling you, self-love is a dangerous game, because now you don't mind being alone. You don't mind being a lone wolf out here. You don't mind being looked at as the oddball, as the villain, as being called selfish, y'all. I'm telling you. So I see why people don't want to love themselves, because you're going to be out here unstoppable. Yes, ex-detachment. You actually going to master the art of detachment when you love yourself. And I don't know if they're ready, ex. I don't know if they're ready for the art of detachment. To not care about what other people got to say or other people got to think about you. You are more so attached to how you feel. You are secure within yourself. So y'all, I love y'all so much. Thank you for joining me on this lovely live. I pray for fulfillment over your life. I pray that you continue to love you, continue to honor you, continue to respect you. Please don't rush to be in commitment with nobody. Please don't be a fool for love just because somebody looks good on the outside but they ugly on the inside. Come on. We be so focused on somebody's aesthetics instead of how they have been doing the inner work and healing within themselves. We be rushing just because somebody look good and ready to hop in bed with them instead of hopping in bed to check ourselves. Hopping in bed to pray to God that you are healing yourself. So don't be such in a rush to hop in bed with anybody, to exchange DNA, to exchange soul tie with anybody just because they look good. Because at the end of the day, they probably gonna be ugly on the inside. And then they gonna end up hurting your feelings on the outside. And then you're gonna be stressed out, crying and complaining. Like, Tara, I should have listened to you. I should have stayed single. And I'll be like, yep, you shoulda. You shoulda. But sometimes we gotta learn. We gotta learn things. And people come to our lives to just help teach us. Okay, a lot of these relationships are just helping heal you, helping you learn yourself and learn the lessons that you hear, that you came to this earth to learn. This is earth school, y'all. So this is a learning journey. So take it with a grain of salt. Take everything for a grain of salt. And just appreciate people in this moment of time. We are only here to experience each other, y'all. We're not here to own each other. We're not here to possess each other. We are only here just to experience each other. So just be present in the moment with your loved one and appreciate them for who they are. Alex, it's so hard getting to know the person. Stays anxious attachment style is hard. Yes. So this is where you have to focus on you more, Alex. You have to get a hobby. What do you like to do for fun? Do you like reading? Do you like hugging a tree? Do you like sitting at the park? You have to enjoy you. Learn to love your company more. So you don't be anxious when somebody's not texting you back. You don't be anxious when somebody is not admiring you. Someone is not giving you attention. Give yourself attention. You have to focus on you. Don't look out, look in. So you won't be anxious. So you won't be needy, so you don't feel like you're missing out if someone doesn't give you the time of day. Give yourself all the time you need. And it may look scary, it may look boring because we just want to entertain people out of boredom, but you have to get to know you. Start enjoying silence. Sometimes we be overstimulated, y'all. We don't even know how to be silent. We don't even know how to sit in silence. We think that's boring when we just with ourselves. We want somebody to entertain us so damn bad, Alex. So damn bad. So damn bad. Be your own love of your life. Yes, Smoke. I have romanticized my whole entire life because I stopped waiting for romance on the outside. So now all y'all in the comments, y'all just showing me love because I have been loving myself. We are just a reflection of each other. Do not wait on love. Start being loved right now. You don't have to wait for somebody to love you. You don't have to wait for somebody to love you. Start loving on you right now. And guess how many things and people will show up as love around you? Because all this life is about you. It's not about nobody else. Everything is a mirror. Everything is a mirror. And start looking at this. So when you start to see somebody as beautiful and they just showing you back how beautiful you are. All right? Look at this life all about you. This is your life, sis. Bet on you. The best investment you can ever do is on you, babe. I love y'all so much.